Good morning, everybody. So, I used to have a route up here that went from Cannock down the Affric and Tomic way to Dog Falls, round Benaveen, back along, and then up back off-road. Well, the Loch Ness and something gravel ride was doing it the opposite way and going off behind Benaveen over to Tomic. So the plan today is to ride that bit in that way, something I've never actually done before. The bit going over from Tomic I've ridden loads of times, but I've never ridden it backwards. So I'd like to say it's a lovely day as well, but it's a bit shit. But we're not going to get sunstroke, glass half full and all that. I don't know if the sound cancelling is stopping the bird song getting through, but there are some birds tweeting away. Anyway, later. As you can see, cloud on the top. The advantage of not having suspension is you don't have to worry about the setting. If there's anybody watching that watch some of my old videos, well, no, I've ridden this quite a few times, but there's no trees now. Chop down the trees, put up a parking lot, as somebody once sang. Worrying bit, I suppose, the fact that this track was always a little bit stodgy. But it seems very dry. So has it just turned into a dry track, or is it just really, really dry? I don't know. Well, you can see the mist above the trees. So warm yesterday. Thought I'll put my shorts on. You know, spring, legs out. Got these little white dangly things hanging down from my shorts, and it's like, fuck, they're all white and a little bit cold. Not probably the best decision. I've got knee warmers. It's just these descents. Go all right on the climbs. Anyway, here we go. Little Frontier just loves these. Mark from Orange Fox Bikes built the wheels, so you know they're bomb-proof, carbon fibre. This is the bit where you leave the track, go on the single track down to Dog Falls. Yeah. Oh, it's a little bit torn up, must have been getting some use. Which is good. It's alright having your own favourite little trails that not many people use, but shouldn't get upset when they've been used by other people. It's a bit of a killer, the climb up here, but in the gravel ride it's going to be downhill, so it's quite steep, but it's not the steepness, it's the fact that there's water, so on a fat bike you could ride up it because the tyres would handle it really well. The smaller tyres you get, it just, oh! Branch in the wheel, branch in the wheel. Oh, there we go. There we go. That's better. You got all the hydro stuff and all the power lines and everything. Everybody talks about green and stuff and just presume it's all wind and solar. But for years, these rivers have been dammed and they've been producing hydroelectric power, which a lot of people don't like because it's blocking the river and ruins the river and everything, and I understand that. But at the time it was thought to be the way to go. So let's not knock it. Now, sport it, usually I'd just go over and then ride around the back of the Benevian and then ride back down the road, but here I'm just going to go and ride straight onto the road and ride up to the top and then do the Benevian bit backwards, which, as it happens, I can't remember ever doing it backwards. So we shall see. There we go. Don't go into Dog Falls. Up the road. Always great sadness, this bit. This is where Lucky and Diogi are buried. Well, Ashes local rest. There's a little island out there, and when Lucky died, that's where he was laid to rest. And Lucky originally was Anna's dog, and then he went to live with Cat because we couldn't have a dog in the house we were renting. When we came up here, he sort of ended up being with us, and sadly passed away. And then a couple of years ago, Diogi passed away, so we let him play on this little island. And that's where they are, out there. doing what dogs do. So, chilling out, resting. Both of them are great little dogs. Both of them twats in their own way. "10 miles in, coming to the top of Loch Benaveen. We'll be turning around shortly, going around the back of it. Legs still cold, but hey, I don't know what the temperature is. I've probably got something on this. Let's see if we can find out. I've got everything but temperature. Tell you when the sun's going to set. Hopefully I'm home by the time that happens. Anyway, it's not one. That's where we're going, on the other side of the loch. Later. So, top of Benaveen. You can go right to the Affric and Tomic where this walk is coming. Or we go left round the loch. Which I think is actually the way of the Affric and Tomic way. Can't remember now. But anyway, I don't know if it's SSEN or whatever, but they look after the road and they make it extra lumpy for bikes. Because they're good like that. A little while back it was really nice and smooth, but they had to do some work on it, so some bits are a bit chunky now. It'll get flattened down. We sort of need these little infrastructure things going on. It just builds a small road. I know loads of people say, well, you know, it ruins this and blah, blah, blah. Well, this is reality. You want electricity. You want all these gadgets. Electricity has to come from somewhere. And if you don't want to coal mine it and you don't want nuclear, there's got to be another alternative. Don't get me wrong, I think we're getting a bit pressured here. When you look at some parts of southern Scotland and it's just decimated with wind turbines. It's not enough people to complain up here. It doesn't happen in Derbyshire in the Peak District or anywhere like that, but there's not enough people to complain. So they just say fuck you and they put it in. But there's got to be somewhere in the middle we can get it all right. I don't know. Anyway, that's my environmental bit over with. Thank you for the trails, that's all I'm saying. Well, this is all a bit strange because I've actually never been this way. I don't think I ever have. I've decided I've never been this way. Well, actually, I say I've never been this way. I've been this way once. And many years ago, I came up with this great plan. It was what I'd do, because I put a bit of weight on. And I bought a fat bike. So it was called Fat Bloke, Fat Bike Ride Across Scotland. And decided to do it for charity. And my daughter was sort of involved with Mikey's Line. And I decided to raise some money. It was just when they started. It was all a bit... Anyway, moving on, let's just not talk about that. We do talk about mental health. We do talk about suicide. Something close to my heart. But not on this day, because it's a nice bike ride. So anyway, I rode across Scotland and I approached a few people. And the sponsorship, and Phil said, I'll come and ride with you. And I thought, well, that's cool, because it's when the going gets tough. Depends on the dynamics between two people. But sometimes it's just easier to tough it out when there's two of you. You also have different pacing strategy, and you had the skinny wheels and I had this fat bike, and some people could be all right. I know a few people that can do fat bikes for distances, but I really wasn't fit. And so we did the Affric and Tomic way from Morvick down to Drumnadrochit, and then hooked up with the Great Glen Way and rode into Inverness. It was tough, but it was really cool. And we raised money for a good cause. So at the time they were a small charity. I don't know how big they are now, but my daughter got involved in the helpline, and Hazel did, and there's a lot of people put their own time and effort in, and so it was good. I think a lot of people cycle for the mental health side of it. Gets you away. From day-to-day grime and grind. It's nice to come out and be in the middle of nowhere. Well, this has changed. The old road was to the left over there, but now this is just for your little overgrown landed track type thing with rivers don't run in either in the middle. And it's just cute and everything. Now it's a motorway. But you see, that's, you want some roads, but then you complain if the little ones get taken away. This is wood extraction. A couple of years ago they started taking the wood out from the other side near Tomic. I presume they're moving over. If you notice, all the trees are the same age. Ooh. In terms of gravel bike, this will be a lot easier to climb. Can't remember how long it is. I always used to come down here. Downhills are always a lot quicker. See all that been taken away? Got some new growth coming through. That's good. From the regrowth, I suspect they're keeping the deer out. Yeah, look at it, growing nicely. Oh, there's the quarry. Yeah, there's definite regrowth happening. Oh, it's really good. Oh, it's fabulous. Love it when it's like that. Some places you ride through and it's just dead. Like deer just eat everything. And sheep. But look at it. Just by the side of the road, little saplings growing. Oh. No idea what the other trees are, but it's good to see. They're even growing in the road. It's fabulous. Anyway, the descent. That route in front is the one that goes to Dog Fall to the left. We're going right, down into Tomic. Well, I do believe the sun has come out. We ride into Tomic and the sun comes out. Well, there's something over there being built. Whether it's a substation or a battery or something. Now this is a nice little track. The only downside to it sometimes can be the cattle. They just like to come and say hello. And I don't really mind cattle. They're big fuckers. But I haven't been down this for a while now, so perhaps there's no cattle here.